Praise AHAYAH.
I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. He leads me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He walks me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He leads me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love.
Shalom, praise AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya, Qadash, Rawach. I'm all discombobulated, guys. I couldn't find my other, the song, the prayer, Praise AHAYAH by Yashaya. So I give all honor, glory, and praise to AHAYAH, AHAYAH, by Yashaya, Qadash, Rawach. It's good to be back. I took a little break. I just had to get some things together, and I was tired, and I'm tired now. Like, oh my gosh, guys. I've been really focusing on the gym and getting my body right and getting my mind right. So it's really been a lot. So I just needed some time. And I kept trying to come on, but I can't even stay up, guys. It's very late for me. Like it's going on like 8:30 now, and I usually try to do the Nappy Chronicles about 9:30 my time, so it'll be late there, enough time for America, to be up. But I can't even do it anymore, guys. So I have to figure something out because it really not working for me. And the winter is coming, and then it's like, oh, that's even worse. So I'll try to keep some kind of pace going, but it's really just not working. And when I do it at 5 o'clock my time, it's like really early in Babylon. So it just seems like it's just, the time thing is really taking a toll on me right now. So I'm gonna work it out. Praise the higher. I wanted to just give all glory and praise to a higher. I had to come on, and I gotta, I haven't been on in like a month, or so. And I have been uploading little videos here and there on my other channels, so it's not like I'm all together, not. But it's just really the time different, trying to stay up late, and I'm not able to because I just be so tired after coming from the gym. It's just really my schedule is not really meshing right now. So I have to figure it out. But I pray all is well with Israel. I pray you all are doing well and blessed. I pray that you are preparing and getting out of Babylon. So I had to come on. We got the feast coming up, the Feast of Dedication. This weekend starts. It starts at Saturday at sundown. It's a double Shabbat, 8-day feast. So it's a blessing, blessing, blessing. So I wanted to come on and just, give a shout out and praise Ahaya for his holy feast days. I gotta, do that because I just so thankful to the Most High for putting us on track for his right, holy days and giving us, the Lord's statutes and commandments back. So I'm so thankful. And I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are like getting out of Babylon and really, really preparing because, even though Trump is in office, and I was praying and hoping that that would buy us more time, for the children of Israel, just a little more time. And it doesn't look like that's happening. I mean, it doesn't look like it because it seems like this war, or at least they're threatening a war, and and it just seemed like they're trying to ramp it up. And one of the guys that videos that I watched, that guy AMTV, he was like, Trump has inherited the war, and in his term, and it's like it doesn't seem like it's kind of backing down, but with this thing, it just flip flops. It just goes from one extreme to the next, and that's what the Book of Baruch was talking about. That how the 12 rows, and then they all start to overlap each other and culminate together. And we are definitely in that time. It's like from one thing to the next, it just doesn't stop. Everything is extreme with all the propaganda we got going on with the Diddy situation. I mean, and guys, I just want to remind you of this situation. Remember with T.I. and his wife, and they were being indicted by, and one of their friends or a girl like called them out, and they had all these witnesses that came out, and they were all against them, and they was like it looked so bad for T.I. and his wife. And then it turned out to be, it fizzled to absolutely nothing. And here recently, they just won a lawsuit, and Tiny got millions of dollars. They even more rich than they even was before. So I'm just saying, like, people getting caught up in this Diddy thing and all these people. It's just really nothing but propaganda, brothers and sisters. Remember of how all these celebrities are going through these major cases and all kinds of stuff, and then it just fizzles to absolutely nothing. Now, I don't know with the Diddy case and how far they're going to take it. But even, with the other guy, the Weinstein guy or the Epstein guy, I mean, they don't even know if he really is dead or, like, or unalive. They don't even know, what really happened to him. I mean, this Hollywood thing, they have taken it to such high levels and extreme. Like, you don't know what's real and what's fake. And all we can know and all we can gauge by, brothers and sisters, is the Bible prophecies, what the Most High says would be happening. And so, definitely we're in the time of the awakening. We're in this time. And regardless of, how much other stuff we try to pay attention to with these wars and you know, Esau is just preparing, and getting things, all their ducks in a row. They, what's coming. And I just pray that you guys have enough, understanding to know to get out of harm's way, because Babylon is the goal. That place is what's prophesied in the Bible to be destroyed. And it's a big thing to the Most High. And it's so much of a big thing that he warned his people to get out, get out, get out. And he even woke us up in this time of awakening, and he gave us, many secrets of Jordan is the safe place. And there is a safe place, and no one else is bringing out this information. I'm the only one who's telling you and showing you in these scriptures that there is a safe place. There is a place that the Most High is calling us to. And, I really wanted to come on about this as well, because I find this very important. Aside from like the holy days, I really wanted to talk about the Feast of Dedication this weekend, starting on Saturday, sundown, a double Sabbath. This is our holy day. It's an 8-day feast and festival for us. So, guys, praise AHAYAH. Keep these holy days. Really, do it up for the Most High, because He wants to be worshipped and honored in this earth. As we, He's ushering in the coming of Yashaya and His kingdom to come. You know what I'm saying? He wants us to. It's our responsibility to worship him and give him glory and honor and praise and, whoop, whoop, and turn it up. You know what I'm saying? So I pray, Israel, for those who are called by his name, AHAYAH, Asher AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya, Qadash Rawach. I pray that you really just do your best and just step up and praise him and glorify him and give him, his honor and due for this awakening, that he woke us up. It's the best thing that could ever have happened to us in our lives, that this thing, we have a kingdom to come, and Christ is coming to redeem us back. He sent his son for us, and the kingdom will be rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? His temple will be rebuilt in Jerusalem. So I pray you all, really working on that and praising him and giving him honor for this awakening, because it's like no other time. Even the prophets wanted to be alive to see this. And even though it's Jacob's trouble and we're going to go through some things, I just pray for Israel. I pray for you all as I pray that you pray for me, and we gird up and get prepared for what is coming. This thing is coming, and whoever is in office, they're going to do the will of their Father. So let's not get it twisted. But I just was praying and hoping that Trump would buy us a little more time, because the Democrats were really going full steam ahead, So we're going to see, but I pray that you're getting out, and not sitting in Babylon waiting until the last minute and waiting for, people to tell you to leave, because just like in 70 AD, it didn't happen, brothers and sisters. Christ warned our people to flee, and he said to flee and run, and so those who listened are the ones who survived. and the ones who stayed in Jerusalem got destroyed. So, don't deceive yourself. Don't play with the Most High. He's not one to be played with. This judgment is coming, and he's going to deal with the house of Israel first. That's what he said. So we have to be prepared. Get yourselves together, get yourself in the right location, and still prepare mind, body, and spirit. Get yourselves together. And I pray that you're doing that. Um, I just wanted to really, talk about this because all the confusion that's going on, like even within the Hebrew Israelite community, like I'm watching that brother that's over in Africa that's calling people into South Africa. And, he's, pushing, telling, oh, the real Jerusalem is in Africa, and just totally disregarding the scriptures, in Jubilees that he says Shem territory is hot and cold. And that Noah, he allotted Shem, that promised land, the middle of the earth. And Jerusalem is in the modern day Israel today. It's not in South Africa. And these brothers are luring people and, deceiving our brothers and sisters to go into Africa. And, it's just sad because, in the scriptures, the Most High said, I will bring them out. He said he will bring people out of Babylon. They will come out, but they won't go into his holy land. They won't make it back into Jerusalem with Christ, because these are the rebels. These are the ones who refuse to put down the name. They refuse, they want to call on this God that they're calling on, the YAH name. And they refuse to put down that name. And that name was given to us again, just like the J name, by the Gentiles. The Gentiles gave, that's their God. And we know in Revelation 12, Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9, it tells us that they are the synagogue of Satan. And they're calling, that's, calling on the YH, is calling on Satan at a high level. And it's even worse than the J name. It's like worse. And our people refuse to put that name down. And so they're coming out of Babylon. There's going to be a whole slew of them, because they all, and he's calling them into South Africa and telling them, and all kind of stuff. But the Most High said that they will come out. There will be a remnant that comes out, the rebels, but they will not make it into the Holy Land. And it's because they refuse to acknowledge the truth, to acknowledge the information that the Most High, provided, that he's given, like these holy days, his calendar, the name, AHAYAH, and it is a lot of these same Israelites who's calling on the YAH. Those are the same ones who was mocking when Elder Bakar came out with, flee Babylon. They were talking about the flee doctrine and all this other stuff. Everything that Elder Bakar was bringing out, these people were mocking him and talking against him, disrespecting him, all kind of stuff. But now, here we are, maybe 8 years later, now these same people are now, they know to flee. Now it's no longer the flee doctrine, because, there's a lot of them who are coming out. But instead of acknowledging the information that the Most High brought out with his name is AHAYAH, and also that there is a safe place in, in the Middle East here in Jordan. They're going to act like, oh, it's Africa and that's the motherland. They're coming up with all kind of maps and all kind of stuff. And it's just straight deception. I don't know if these people are sent to cause this kind of division, more infiltration, more, just disinformation to have our people confused, have our people not knowing what to do, where to go. But if you go into the book of Jubilees, and I will post these scriptures because I don't have them in front of me and I'm on my phone right now. So I don't even have my laptop, and things like that. And I didn't even have, enough time to I just said, let me go on early instead of me trying to wait till 9:30, because I won't It just doesn't happen for me. So I had to come on early before I got too sleepy and just like, I can't do it. And just, wanted to talk to Israel and, just say shalom and praise AHAYAH and praying that you guys are paying attention to the signs and seeing what's coming, because it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And I pray that you get out of Babylon. I pray you make your way within the borders, like the scriptures tell us to get within the borders. The Most High has borders. And when you go to Numbers 34, you can read, you can read about those borders and Qadash in Kadesh Barnea, which is modern day Petra, is in Edom, which is in Jordan. The Most High call it Kadesh, and it means holy. It's holy land, brothers and sisters. Despite of what, Elder Ricard's, demonized it and talking about the Sashu and just says Edom, so that, most people are like, oh, that's Edom territory. Edom been put out of this territory a long, long, long time ago. Okay, they went to the Caucasus Mountains, then they went into, you know, to where they are today in modern day America and even in Israel. So don't be deceived, brothers and sisters. You have to study to show yourself approved. Know the scriptures. Get into the scriptures so that no one can deceive you, because there's a lot of deception going on. And our people are being tossed to and fro. They don't know what to do and where to go. And it is a safe place, brothers and sisters. Jordan is the safe place, and it's the only safe place. There's only one place. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go to Egypt. Some people will go to Egypt, but just like the scripture said, they will come across the Red Sea dry shod on foot. You will be coming across that Red Sea, just like our forefathers did. Now, if that's your that's what it is that you want to do. Praise AHAYAH by Hashem Yashaya. There you can go that route, but there is an easy way. There's an easy way, and then there's going to be a not so easy way, and then there's an ultimate hard way. And I'm just giving you the easy route. Get to Jordan, get yourself settled, get your things that you need for the wilderness, and just, you'll be fine. Don't let nobody scare you and go, oh, don't go to Jordan. Oh, listen, you better trust the Most High, because if you can sit in Babylon with all that trust and talking about, oh, the Most High got me, then you can definitely sit in Jordan where the Most High said he will protect those found within his borders. Now, trust, I have to say this. There are some stipulations, brothers and sisters. The Most High has laws, he has statutes, he has commandments, he has judgments, he has ordinances that we must follow. This is the narrow road. When you start making your way this way, this is when the road gets narrow. Okay? And you must understand that. And so you must put down all of the wickedness that you have, learned to trust and know in Babylon. It's time to put that stuff down. It's time to put down the wrong names. It's time to put down the wrong holy days. You must seek him with your whole heart, with everything that you got. So understand and know what's right and what's wrong. It's not up to nobody to have to convince you. It's nobody's job to have to teach you and show you anything. You must seek and find. You must find it and get the correct information. That the onus is on you. Okay? Because a lot of people think that, oh, like you will show me. Show me where that's at in the scriptures. Show me that. No, you must study to show thyself approved. So the workman be not ashamed to in front of AHAYAH. This is all about you and AHAYAH, and you must find him. He says, seek me and find me. Okay? You have to seek him with your whole heart. Okay, so it's not up to anybody to really have to teach you. But because we're in a time of awakening, brothers and sisters, praise AHAYAH, there are people who are teaching the correct doctrine. And this is the reason why I'm, adamant about telling people, get within the borders, get under the Hebrew Bible Academy of Elder Ricard. Now, I know it's real Like, Sister Connor, how could you be telling us to go take this class with Elder Carr? Listen, brothers and sisters, we are in a precarious situation. Don't look for nothing to be normal, average, easygoing. Oh, I just want to serve the Most High. I don't want to hear all this. Nobody want to hear about infiltration. They don't want to hear about people lying to you and there's agents. They don't want to hear none of that. But the truth of the matter is, you are under attack as being an Israelite. And the closer you are to our Savior, if you call by his name, the attacks are even more heavier than normal. You must understand that. This is not a skip in the park. This is not a holiday. It's not vacation. This is Jacob's trouble that we're in. And that's why there's so much disinformation. That's why the people are not giving you the correct information. They're not telling you that there is a safe place. They're not telling you to get within his borders, that there's a place that the Most High said he would protect you. Nobody is saying that. Do y'all realize that? No one is coming out and telling you that there is a safe place. This is y'all 15 years later. No, still nobody is saying it. They're not even hinting around. They're not even talking like that, brothers and sisters. So there must be something wrong. The Most High wouldn't wake us up, call us out, give us all this information, and not have a place for us to go. A safe place, a secret place, his hiding place. He's not that kind of a power. And so the fact that there's no one else telling you to get out, to flee for your lives, that Babylon is going to be destroyed because the scripture says so, and that there's a safe place, things are bad. That this thing is really turned up more than you can even imagine. It's a fiasco right now. And you're in the midst of it if you're sitting in Babylon. The whole thing with Trump, it's just been one huge fiasco, and all because the children of Israel are awakening. The Most High is calling his people, and there is a safe place. Jordan is that place, and it's called Qadash, which means in the ancient Phoenician Hebrew, holy. It's holy ground, brothers and sisters. And the Most High has his finger on this place. His pulse is here. And so that's why when you come here, you got to get yourselves together. You got to get on the right, track with the Most High. You must find him. And you must know the right name. Must know where to be within his borders. So a lot of people, they just running around and following other people. That's the wrong people who don't have a clue. And then they end up getting, something happens to them because they just don't have no idea. I don't know why they don't have no idea, because if you're supposed to be called by the Holy Spirit, she should be leading you and guiding you. But the problem is, and this is what my assessment has been, is that a lot of people, because they come out here, just because you get here, you still have a responsibility to get under his laws, his statutes, and commandments. And if you're calling on the wrong God, if you're calling on and keeping the wrong holy days, and you following people who are not leading you the right way, you're setting yourself up for failure. So, because it's still Jacob's trouble, and it's still a narrow, narrow, narrow road. So, making it here is just one step. Leaving Babylon and then getting to here is just a part of it, brothers and sisters. There's so much more to it. And you got to know that, and you got to figure that out. And that's what I'm seeing, like with most of our people. They just got here. They just happy. And I know it's trauma. We're all coming from a traumatic, this is very traumatic for us, this awakening. It's like the Most High said, it's honey, sweet honey in your mouth. But when you swallow it and it goes into your stomach, it becomes bitter. Why bitter? Because now you realize all the responsibility that comes with it. And if we're just not ready for it because we've been in captivity mode. Do as thy wilt. The laws are done away with. We've been in the Christian church just basically in Babylon doing whatever we wanted to do. Whatever. It was whatever. That's why majority of our people is just buck wild right now. Excuse me. So I just wanted to really like talk like this and bring the perspective back because it seems like our people are just like grasping at straws, and I understand why. But that's why I'm always like, you got to get yourselves together. You got to get it together, and you got to you know own up to this responsibility. Being called by the Most High's name, being saved until the end, you must make it there. You know, that's a huge responsibility, brothers and sisters. This is not a cakewalk. And anybody who just think that, oh, I'm just I'm just gonna go and it's a very lackadaisical attitude about the whole process. And this is why a lot of people will fall short because they're not really taking it serious because we've been so lax in Babylon. Everything about it has been in our captivity. It's just, existing, not being able to like now pull up and be the kings and queens that the Most High is calling us to be. We got to change clothes. You got to change, brothers and sisters. It's a lot of work. It's bitter in your stomach because it's a lot of work and a lot of responsibility pulling ourselves up, to be what we need to be, to make it to the end. We must make it to the end. We must survive. We must get through all these obstacles and hurdles and things that we're going to go through Jacob's trouble. He said we're gonna go. It's like going like brass going through the fire. So it's not going to be easy, and people don't want to seem to grasp that. And this is the kind of stuff they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. you know but I don't know. I have to. I'm a straight shooter. I have to give it to you like how it is, so that way there's no ambiguity. you know and then you know it's less opportunity for you to fumble the ball. If you really know what's at stake and you really know what it entails, you have to pull up, and so you won't fumble. But when you just thinking like, oh, yeah, we're gonna be, all in the wilderness together, la, 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 let's skip to Lulu, my darling, and get there, and then thinking that there's no obstacles, there's no infiltration, there's no, people who are lying, who are, acting like they're Israelites and they're not Israelites, or they've been sold out, they took money. Their whole agenda is to, make sure you fumble. Esau is not playing. He is determined to get this kingdom. And even though we know it's not going to happen, a lot of us are going to fumble the bag. A lot of us are going to fumble this bag. 2/3 of us are going to fumble the bag because of how we're thinking, what we think, the conclusion we come to about it. A lot of people, going the wrong, just letting people tell them anything. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to people talk and just, watch people, and people be so gullible to listen to other people. And these people, 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking and they just saying whatever. And the person who's listening will just eat it up, chew it up, and take it all in and take it as truth just because somebody was telling them this. And I be in disbelief, like I can't believe it. how people could be so gullible to hear foolishness. But when you're trying to tell them what's right, they be like bucking, you know, bucking up. I be trying to give information to people and they just be bucking on the information. Somebody else will come along and give them some foolishness and they'll go right along with it. It's just, it's unbelievable to me how I've watched people just go astray just like that at the drop of a hat. They will just, go the other way so easily, be led astray. It's just unbelievable because it's a spirit thing. It's a spiritual thing that you would follow a deceitful spirit. The truth will be right in front of you, and you will rather follow a deceitful spirit. That's something that says something about the spirit that you're dealing with. That your spirit, you're easily led down a wicked path instead of taking a righteous road. And it's unbelievable to watch our people struggle in this way. It's just unbelievable. So, I just wanted to come on and just talk about certain things. And trust me, I'm going to put the scriptures in the description box because I don't have, everyone. I didn't really write them down what I wanted, what I was going to say or anything like that. I just said, let me come on and wish you a happy feast of dedications. And I pray that you all are, getting your houses in order to keep our holy days, to, worship the Most High, praise Him, with all our heart, mind, and spirit. And, because I want to praise the Most High and I want to bless His holy name and lift Him up. And I'm just so thankful. So I got to glorify Him and I got to praise Him, and I just wanted to, share that with you. I'm so grateful to the Most High of just being here, being out of Babylon. I wouldn't change this for nothing in the world, y'all. I really, really just so thankful to AHAYAH, for allowing me to come out. He delivered me. He delivered me out. It wasn't my will, you know, and I'm just thankful that, that he delivered me. And for those of you that he has also delivered, I'm sure there's a lot that are thankful as well. You know, that you made it out of Babylon. And, it's just not, what people think. Some people are just so afraid of the unknown. And that's all it is. It's fear. And, it's not of the Most High. And, a lot of people like, well, I know the Most High probably da da da. It ain't of the Most High. I don't care how you know, explain it or what delusional explanation you'll come up with on why you're so fearful and you don't want to trust him and you think that it's okay, to be like that, to have that kind of double mind where you will rationalize and think that it's okay not to listen to the Most High. And just imagine the prophets. Think about the prophets, all the scriptures that we read in the book. Did Most High allow any of them to get away with that kind of behavior? He didn't allow not one. Any prophet, if somebody had to come to somebody and tell them something, the Most High wasn't letting people get away with not doing what was told to them to do. He didn't allow them to get away. And so even the same thing for us today. We are not getting away. People who don't listen, people who are disobedient, who refuse, who make excuses or try to rationalize what the Most High is saying and doing at this time, they will not get away. You will not get away. You know what I'm saying? We all are going to be accountable for what we do and how we do things. And that's period, point blank, because he's calling us back and he's going to have a righteous kingdom. And it starts with obedience. Righteousness starts with obedience. You cannot say that you're righteous in the eyes of the Most High if you're not even obedient, if you can't even listen to his instruction. I mean, I praise AHAYAH, he's leading me this way, to speak this way because, I just really want to talk about, the holy days and, get into some of the news and things like that. But, my message have not changed and is not going to change. I'm going to always talk about the Most High. I'm going to always talk about his holy days, keeping his commandments, coming out of Babylon, where the safe place is. Get to Jordan, get within his borders. This is his commandment. He's telling Israel to get out, get out, get out, get out of harm's way because it's coming, brothers and sisters. And there will be no excuse. No excuse, because every ear will have heard this message to come out of Babylon, that there is a safe place and that you need to obey him, keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. His name is AHAYAH, AHAYAH, Asher AHAYAH, and his son's name is Yashaya. And the Most High is calling his people back. And this is the land. Jordan is the place. And this is where we will be. Okay? So, don't be discouraged. Don't be deceived. I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. He just said to be obedient. He didn't say it was going to be easy. And he didn't say it has to be easy. It's called Jacob's trouble. So it's not, we know, don't even put it in your mind that it's supposed to be easy. Just trust him. He said he'll bring you through it. That's what he said. He'll bring us through it. So that's what we can count on. So our people, are really fearful, are really afraid. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of our brothers and sisters, and I'm thankful to get to, speak to our people and able to even just come before Israel, even with these, this kind of message. It may not be exactly what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. You need to hear this. Come out of Babylon. Get out, get out, get out. That there is a safe place, that the Most High called us to come back into his land. And that there is infiltration and people are deceiving you because the scripture said there would be. He said that, let no man deceive you. He said that they will deliver you up to be killed. This is what Christ in Matthew 24, he was warning you. In Luke, in Mark, they all had the same testimony that you will be delivered up to be killed. And so it's not nothing to act like, oh, it's the truth. This is what Christ warned you to do. He told you to come out. He said that you must follow him. Get out. Babylon the Great is falling, it's falling, it's falling, brothers and sisters. And it's falling right in front of your face, right in front of your eyes. You cannot blink it away or try to act like it's not happening or try to act like, you can't do it. You can store up, so that somebody else can have some food because the Most High said, come out of her, my people. So it's no sense for storming up anything there, sitting around waiting. You're just holding up Babylon. You're just propping up Babylon. If the children of Israel would have left or would leave now, the place will crumble, brothers and sisters. You're holding it up. You're propping up Babylon with your refusal to come out. And this is why the Most High said, come out of her, my people. He commanded that you leave. There's no reason to stay there. You're just propping it up. You're still buying. You're holding up her economy, even though it's falling down around you. You see all this wickedness happen. I mean, they're talking about all this is happening and all this is happening. And, news on top of news on top of news of how the Most High's word is true. It's falling. It's falling, brothers and sisters. Get out. There's no reason. And then now with Trump back in office, listen, he's going full steam ahead. He's going to cut off those borders. So we back to that again. He's going to cut off the borders. You won't be able to get out. You won't be able to leave if you don't get out before whatever he implements put in. Because he's going straight for them immigrants, and he's going straight for the borders. And this is probably why they're going to try to take him out. They're going to, get him out. Get him out of there. Because even though he's part of the plan, he's not doing it for some reason. And I've always talked about the reason, the way they wanted to do it. I mean, he's part of it, but for some reason he's not going along with them the way he's supposed to their liking. So we'll see. But maybe he's just in there just to cut off them borders, because that's something that he's going to, get them immigrants out and close the place down with our people in it. Because all the other nations are already, listen, I can't tell you how many Jordanians I've met this year that was in Babylon and packed up their whole family and came back. Matter of fact, just the other day, last week, I met another one. And I made quite a few doctors and, lawyers, people who had good jobs in Babylon are coming back to there. So that whole thing, waiting to see people leaving, you're not seeing them leave. They already are leaving. And you have a sister in this country who I've met, many of them who were in Babylon are here back home now. Now the guy who I met, I was in the fruit store buying some vegetables and stuff. And he, the guy, a normal guy I always meet, I said, hi. He had a guy sitting next to him. It was his brother. His brother was there. And he was like, oh, he spoke perfect English, And so we started talking, because the fruit guy, he doesn't speak any English, but his brother was there. He lives in America like 15 years, his family, everything, but he was in the store. So I was like, oh, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot where he said he was, maybe Arizona or something like that. And he said he's here now. He just brought his family back. So I said, oh, you're staying? And he was like, no, I'm just staying. I'm just coming for a little while. He tried to act like, oh, he's just coming for a little while. But he slipped up, during the conversation. So he wasn't returning right away. Now he didn't want to leave Babylon, but what it is that it's getting so bad there that a lot of them are leaving. They seeing what's going on, and it's hard for them. Like, I don't know, the job or whatever. But at first he was just acting like he was on vacation, and he was just came to see his family, and he was going back in 2 weeks. But as I started talking to him more, and I was just saying, Babylon, me, I'm not with it at all. So I just like, no, I left. It's really rough now. It's bad. He started agreeing. He was like, yeah, it's really bad there now. It's getting worse. And, he's not really going back right away. The conversation changed. So it wasn't that he was there for just like 2 weeks. He wasn't going back no time soon, maybe like in a couple of months. But he wanted to go back because everybody loves Babylon. They love the place. But because it's getting so bad there, they're coming back to their countries, brothers and sisters. It's happening right now. They're coming back. Some months ago, it was maybe last year or 6 months ago, I met a doctor who was in America, had his practice, He came back, brought his family back, and now he's back here. I was just like, why? Oh, they give you some excuse, excuse. No, they're returning back to their country because things are going, Babylon, not going well in Babylon. And so these people are returning to their countries. They're coming back home. I met another one who was a two doctor. It was another doctor who was practicing. He had his practice here now, and in the States he had two. One here in Jordan, and the other one in the States. But he was here, and he was doing his practice here now. And I didn't really get into too much, but I just took a note that he was from Babylon, and he'd been there for years, and now he's back here, and he's setting up his shop here again. So don't be deceived, brothers and sisters. They are coming out. They're returning back to their lands as we speak. And if you notice, all the celebrities now are packing up. Now they're saying that they're packing up because they're running because of Diddy. But that don't necessarily have to be true. They packing up and they're getting out of Babylon. This is what the whole thing. Somewhere and somehow they're leaving Babylon. So don't be deceived. These, mega stars are getting up out of Babylon. Whether they're running because of the whole Diddy situation or whatever, they're not there anymore. So that's another thing you need to look at. It's not, and just like I mentioned a little while ago about the T.I. situation, remember how T.I. and his wife was in trouble and they were going to be indicted, and it was a big thing with T.I. and Tiny when their friend was putting out a lawsuit and all these people came up and was talking against them, and it fizzled to absolutely nothing. Nothing. And just like I said before, they end up winning a lawsuit for something else for millions of dollars. They rewarded them. So this is the same thing with Diddy. It can fizzle out to nothing. And matter of fact, they even talking about like possibly a mistrial. A lot of little things is going on, brothers and sisters. All it is about is keeping you still. Our people still in Babylon with all this fiasco. It's just propaganda. It's just, people, keeping our people distracted. And Judah is going for the hook, line, and sinker. Instead of getting out of Babylon, getting out of harm's way, and understanding that in that Bible, it tells you where to go. You ain't got to be running around all over the place. There is a safe place, and it's Jordan. It's only one place. Even like I said earlier, if you go to Egypt, you're going to make your way across that Red Sea on foot. Now, if you want to do all that, fine. That's up to you. Because some people, they so worried about money. Because it's cheaper in Egypt. But you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price. So you might as well do it the easy way. Get on a plane, fly on the wings of the Philistines, like Isaiah 11 and 14 says, and get within Edom, Moab, and Ammon. Get to the place where we will be safe. Now, again, I will put all these scriptures that I'm saying. I'm talking scripture, y'all. So some people say, well, you ain't even pulled no scripture because they don't know the scriptures. Because I'm talking nothing but scriptures. But I'll put the scriptures in the description box. Just bear with me, because I usually do it maybe a day or two. Sometimes I'll forget as soon as I get off, but I will put the scriptures in the description box, because you have to understand and know, and not be deceived by people. There is a lot of deception, a lot of confusion to confuse our people who are awakening and not really understanding where to go and what to do. Now, and back to what I was saying about the Hebrew Bible Academy, is the reason why I tell you, brothers and sisters, like, take it. That's the only way you're going to get the information, because there's no other camp that's bringing out the information like Elder Vakar. So even though there's some infiltration, you can still get the bulk of the knowledge. You can still get the information from him. And don't worry about, you'll know what's wrong and what's not right. It'll come out, just like the Most High gave us the calendar. Well, even though he was one day off, and he probably still is one day off, it don't even matter anymore, because the Most High gave us the calendar. We got it. Praise AHAYAH Yashaya. You understand? And he broke it down. He gave the information, just like there is a safe place. And Elder Vakar ain't giving that information. He ain't telling you Jordan is the place. But the Most High got somebody in the earth telling you that Jordan is the safe place. And even though with my little bit of views, my little 5 views or 20 views, 100 views, majority of our people know, they've heard it, because the Most High got me on all the platforms talking the same little talk for years. He said, daughter, go and speak. So that's why I'm on these platforms telling you where to go. Jordan is the safe place. Just like I told you, Masada is Jerusalem. Ain't nobody telling you that either. Sister Connor is bringing that information because of thus saith AHAYAH. There is a safe place. Jordan is that place. Our holy land is Masada. That's Jerusalem. Praise AHAYAH. Qadash is where we will be. His holy mountain is in Jordan. It's not in Saudi Arabia. Praise AHAYAH. So, happy Feast of Dedication coming this Saturday at sundown. It starts Sunday till next Sunday, 8-day feast. We feasting all week. Praise AHAYAH. So, woo, woo, throw it up, throw it up. Praise AHAYAH. And, I've been back and forth, traveling back and forth. So that's another reason why I've been really kind of tired, just worn out, going back and forth. Excuse me. So I plan to, travel midway, and hopefully AHAYAH willing to get down to Qadash a little bit, if possible. But if not, I'm keeping the feast wherever I am. So we're going to glorify the Most High. We're going to praise Him. And I pray that y'all, getting your house in order, getting ready for this feast, and just lift Him up, praise Him, glorify Him. Tell somebody about Him, give somebody the calendar, show them the holy days for those of you who know it. And I also wanted to talk about, a lot of people have contacted me. I've been talking to a lot of Israelites, praise AHAYAH, a lot of the YAH people, they, like I was saying before, they're coming out, but they refuse to put down that name. It's like they are adamant, and it got to be something. It's definitely spiritual with these people, with this YAH thing. I mean, even though they read the scriptures, and it says in Revelations 2:9 and 3:9 that's the Jewish people, that's their God. They call on the YAH. They gave that name. And it's not the power of the Hebrews. It's not Him. And the Most High clearly let us know in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, it's the synagogue of Satan, those Jewish people, that they have their own God. They're not calling on AHAYAH. And so our people really got to put down that name. And what the thing is with me is this, and I just want to, bring this out. Because, people feel like because the Most High got me speaking and telling you where to go, that I have to be with you, when you come out and all that things. And at first I thought so too, brothers. And I thought that I had to be around our brothers and sisters. But after, getting the information and understanding that our people got to get right with the Most High, I can't make people listen to me. I cannot make people, call on the right name. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I suggest people take the Hebrew Bible Academy and get the right information first before you even come out here. If you understand what I'm talking about, if I'm giving you feel right information, if you believe what Sister Connor is saying, then you should take the Hebrew Bible Academy. That's the first thing you should do, so that we can be on one accord. Because I'm not here to be arguing and debating, going back and forth with Israelites. I'm not here for that. I'm not doing that. I think that you should love the Most High enough to get the correct information, so that when you do come out, that we can be on one accord, mind, body, and spirit. one baptism, one power, one understanding. So we can pray together, we can fast together, we can worship together. Ain't nothing worse than being around a bunch of Hebrew Israelites calling on different names, doing different things. It's a bunch of confusion. And I'm not doing that. And not only am I not doing that, Most High told me not to do it. He said, you must worship me. I had specific instruction when the Most High sent me out. Now, granted, the Most High didn't tell you that. That's why I say I don't have to be around Israelites. I don't need to be fellowshipping with Israelites who refuse the information. If you refuse the information, if you just can't, grasp that the Most High's name is not the YAH, and that's just something you can't grasp, but then granted, it's okay. We just can't be fellowshipping together. I'm not breaking bread. I'm not praying with people. I'm not doing that because the Most High told me not to do that. He said, you must worship me. And he gave me information, and I'm just trying to give it to my brothers and sisters because I want you to live. I want you to see his kingdom. And based on what he told me and showed me, it's not going to happen if you're not doing what's right by him. It's not going to happen. So, and this is why I be begging Israel. I be pleading with my people to hear, to have an ear to hear and understand that we were all lied to. We were all given the wrong names. We were all worshiping the wrong power. And even though it's harder for our people who went to Demona, those Demona people who calling on the YAH or who had information from the Demona people, if you learned under them or whatever, that is the most hardest group of people because they think they got the truth. And they don't think that there's no other information that came out after they got the truth. And that is just so hard-headed and stiff-necked. Like, how hard-headed and stiff-necked can you be? Especially after the brother Ben Amin passed away, because they thought he was the Messiah. So once you saw that he passed away, I mean, come on, guys. You got to know that maybe, even though he brought you into the promised land, that he was not the Messiah and that there's more information to get. Like, you cannot be that hard-headed and stiff-necked to be able to receive more information. To put the ego down, put the pride down, brothers and sisters. That's just prideful. It's just really straight pride to think that the Most High is not going to bring out more information. He told us not to even go into the land until Christ bring us in. So once you know that Christ didn't bring you in, that man, that wasn't Christ, then you gotta, you have to rethink the whole situation. You have to. So this is some of the things our people are dealing with, and these are some of the people that I, get to speak to and talk to. And listen, I'm grateful because this is Israel. These are our people. But unless our people humble down and receive the information that they need to get from point A to point B, it's not going to happen, brothers and sisters. And I hate to have to say it, but the scriptures say 2/3 will be cut off. And it says that the rebels is because you're being a rebel. That means you're refusing, you're fighting, you're bucking up against the Most High, what he's actually doing. You refuse to do what he's doing. That's a rebel. You won't put down the doctrines. You won't put down those names. You think you're going to come into the wilderness and just want to come into the wilderness and want people to accept you. Oh, I want to be around other Israelites. You don't even have the right information. but you think you do. And yet you really went, you really ready to come out into the wilderness and call on the wrong God and come out here. You the nerve to come out into the wilderness calling on the wrong God, got the wrong information, got the wrong holy days, and just it's all right. Whatever you bringing, it's all right with him. And that's where a lot of people are going to be deceived. A lot of people are going to be deceived and destroyed in that wilderness. So I just wanted to bring, some good news. Praise AHAYAH. Yashaya is coming. Praise AHAYAH. He's sending his son, the Redeemer. He's coming, baby. Praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. And his holy days are at the door. Feast of dedication. Dedicate your temples back to the Most High. Praise AHAYAH, brothers and sisters. He is so merciful. If it wasn't for his grace, we couldn't even come back. He's still redeeming us back after all we've done. All we've done. The Most High he still loves us. He still loves us, brothers and sisters. He's still giving us an opportunity to come back to him. How merciful he is. What a loving power he is. He's so amazing to give us this opportunity to come back. Ugh. It's a blessing. I'm so thankful, and I praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. And also I haven't had in a couple of weeks the AHAYAH's Bible Book Club. And I have to go into the Prophet Nathan. And guys, I have to figure it out because I can't do it that late. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just probably pre-record it and just upload it. It probably won't be live. That's the live thing is really throwing me for a loop just because I'm with the gym thing, I want to get my body down to 15% body fat. I mean, I really want to be like, bam, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working really, really hard at it. And it's not a joke and it's not a game. So, and just spending time with myself and spending time with the Most High, just enjoying, my time. And it's just going so fast. It's like the days it's speeding by so fast. It's not enough time in the day. And next thing I know, it's 9 o'clock at night, 9:30, and I'm tired. So it's a whole lot, guys. Y'all hear Sheba over there? Sheba. She know her name too, Sheba. But praise the highest. So that's about it, guys. I pray you have a blessed, and I'll be on during this week, posting up little stuff. I have a few videos that I haven't even posted. I don't even have time to even post up the videos unless I'm doing something like when I'm walking down the street kind of thing, and I do a quick short, But videos I really haven't been able to do, and I'm gonna try to do better. And I'm gonna, even if I have to pre-record the AHAYAH's Bible Book Club and the Nappy Chronicles, I will be doing that. But I have to come back, and I have to, get back on my job and be consistent. So, be praying for me, guys. It's just the time. I'm just so sleepy. And granted, it's probably me getting older too. That guy Star, he was like the old nigga nap. You gotta get your nap in. And I don't be taking no naps. But I was always like this from a kid. Like I would always be the first to go to sleep. As soon as it got dark, I would be so sleepy. Like mainly in the summertime. 9 o'clock, excuse me. 9 o'clock, I am out. I'm asleep. And I was from little, I was always the same way. So it's just, I can't stay up late. And I used to do, if you noticed, I used to do the Nappy Hair Chronicles early. I used to do it like 5 o'clock. And that's why. But I noticed that, it's better if I try to do it late because, people in Babylon, it's later in the towards the afternoon opposed to early in the morning. But guys, I just can't stay up. I just cannot, and it's not working. So yeah, I don't know how many times I was like, okay, it's 6:30. Okay, it's 7:30, and I'll be trying. Then I get so sleepy by 9 o'clock. I'm like delirious. I can't even keep my eyes open. And I just be like, okay, well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, like on a Friday or something, but that it still ain't working. So that's what's been going on, just working on myself, working on my body, working on my mind and my spirit, preparation, getting prepared, trying to wrap my mind around it, traveling back and forth, going here down to Qadash and back, so it's a lot. So, I'm just a little tired. So please forgive me. Praise AHAYAH. Pray AHAYAH forgives me. And, I'll try to be, back on my job, more consistent and, doing it, even if it's earlier, at least it's done, at least I have something up. And check out me. I'm probably more on, I told you, travel and entertainment, doing the shorts and doing little things there. So if you want to come over there and subscribe, because at least I have more of a presence there. And also on Poly Hustle, you know, I ask you guys to subscribe over there as well. That's my old channel, but I still, maybe I could try to get monetized over there. So that's what I said. Maybe I can build that channel up. I have all these channels now. Since I was getting hacked and all this stuff, I always had tried to have a lot of different channels. So if one went down, if somebody hacked or, did something to one channel, I always had another channel. So now I got all these channels, but still they ain't not monetized. They won't allow me to be monetized, especially on a gathering in Jordan. They already like blocked that. Facebook, they give me a hard time. It's none of these channels are really, I'm able to like monetize or do anything. They don't let me do ads, nothing like that, because I'm just gonna promote getting out of Babylon. So they try to make sure I'm not able to promote or do ads or monetize, nothing, y'all, nothing. So praise AHAYAH, you know, just for him, just glorify him, get his information out, and I love doing the highest book club. I love that. But even that, I'd be tired. So hopefully this Tuesday, I'll be back and I will do that. We're going to do the prophet Nathan. That's where I left off. And it's the prophet, Nathan is the prophet who had to go to David and prophesy. He was the one the Most High sent to David to warn David and, let him know different things. So that prophet will be going into prophet Nathan. Now David has a son named Nathan as well. So don't get confused. There's some scriptures that's talking about Nathan, David's son, but we're talking about the prophet Nathan, who was sent to prophesy to Daniel and a few other prophets as well. I mean, kings as well, but mainly to David. So we're going to go into that. Okay, praise Yashaya. So that's it. I don't have a lot to say. As far as the news, nothing too much. I mean, you see that they're still promoting this war. That hasn't changed anything. And Trump, he's getting himself together. We hope he make it at least to get into the White House. You never know how this thing's going to pan out. Don't be surprised, guys. And I pray y'all getting out. Don't be surprised. Don't let them catch you slipping. Okay, and try to act like, oh, you didn't know, you didn't know, you didn't know. You know, you see it. You know what's going on. You know that it's falling, it's falling. You know what the Bible says. I mean, so anything that happens at this point, you should not be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't act surprised because it's happening. And the Most High declared it in His Word. And so you should be reading, you should be studying. You're not asleep, you're not of the darkness, you're of the day. Like Thessalonians says, Second Thessalonians, we are the children of the light. We are not in darkness and we're not asleep. You know what's going on. So, you know, it's on you, brothers and sisters, to make the right decisions. It's on you. We're going to stand before the Most High. We are going to be held accountable. This is our power calling us back. So you have to be on the right path. It's a narrow, narrow, narrow road, brothers and sisters. And I've been talking about this narrow road. And once you start talking about coming to Jordan, that's when the road starts to get real small. And you need to be on your job. Get them laws, statutes, and commandments. Know His holy days, His feast days, His holy convocations. Know His name, AHAYAH, AHAYAH. Know His son name, Yashaya. Know that Qadash is in Jordan. Okay, that's where the holy mountain is. Get within His borders. I mean, there's a whole host of things. And plus, preparing for the wilderness as you come out. Once you get here, get yourself together. You have, people are still working, people have jobs. You still can get yourself together. You know, they're saying that there are more possible lockdowns coming. They're talking about all these things is in the air. It's like all these different things are being thrown out there. So it's not like, you don't know what's going on. It's happening. And it is happening. They're moving full steam ahead, just like with this Elon Musk. Now he's, Trump's number one buddy all of a sudden out of nowhere. Yeah, now, and he's the one that's pushing that mark of the beast. So Trump is going for that. That he got Elon Musk in his cabinet. He selected him as one of the cabinet. So he's gonna be like a lawmaker. Oh gosh, y'all get out of Babylon. Get out. Get out. Get out. Okay, because this thing is serious. And if you don't see the severity, I don't know what else to say, but, I love you. I'm praying for you. Get out. Don't be, an enemy of the Most High and not be listening to what He's telling you to do. You know it in your spirit what to do. You know you need to get out, So, okay, so I'll just shut up for now, okay? I give all glory and praise and honor to AHAYAH, AHAYAH, Bashem Yashaya, Qadash, Rawach. And I'll say shalom. I want to play a little music, but I couldn't even pray the prayer because for some reason it's on a different channel. So all the stuff, the music and stuff is not there. So I'll just let it go for now, but I will definitely try to be more consistent. How you're willing, that I can stay up, keep my eyes open. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but shalom.